Hey, hey, I only got like less than 10 minutes, but I've been working really hard in here. Um, if I look a little bit emotional, it's because I just did some big updates on BUSKER, Krishna Sion. And the first thing you'll notice are these amazing musicians. These musicians, I didn't meet. I was actually looking online and seeing where are these street musicians that I know when I'm playing are being recorded? And I found this photo of these gentlemen. Now, these gentlemen would be the type of fathers that would tell me during a time when I said in 2018, I really, really, really don't want to keep doing this type of like bondage of this material screen and not doing what I love to do, which is play music for other people. Now, when I saw this video, I said, this is what this is all about. It's for the people who would say, you know what do you want to do today? Let's go play some music. And when I see this video, I'm like, this is the beautiful, authentic sound that we are going to be able to collect. And then, most of all, build a stage for. So that way, all the people who walk past them, they're gonna be like, "All right, we really can't walk past this one. We are gonna stay around and we're gonna watch, listen, and we're gonna tip. We're gonna give so gracefully that we're not even gonna realize we're giving because it feels like the season of just giving. It is that, isn't it? I mean, we're giving candy or something. The thing is, when I made this quick update, it changed everything with the site. Made everything seem a lot more, well, let's just say Busker like. And these are just little tiny edits that I'm making throughout the time. On top of that, I made some new merchandise that I would love for you to check out. The Golden Krishna, Colorado area definitely gave me the pranayasanam and the life force energy to say, you know what? I got this. I got this. My brain is going to say to you, screen, not today. You ain't putting me into seizure mill. And you know what? The best part is I'm really happy because every single product that I have on the site, I personally worked on myself. Design, the meaning behind it, why, and as the radio goes through its development and more stuff is published, you're going to start realizing that every single product has a story that is really close to my heart. And most of all, the hearts of other people whom either love listening to music or want to be part of the symphony. And the best part is the symphony and spatial is even the leaves falling from the trees saying, guess what? We're trying to find a busker and the wind is blowing us to you. So, hey, what's going on? This is the exciting magic of sound and spatial. You'll start to see everything start to come alive. And one of the things I'm really excited to announce on Om Busker is two exclusive designs that I made for the city of Golden. And when you see it, it looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy. And when I saw one of these photos start to come alive when I was looking at my collection of creative assets, I was like, this one individual playing the trumpet, I could tell was having the time of his life, whether or not he got even a penny. And I said, guess what? You are going to be my trumpet man to let all the howdy folks know that we got a big crowd that's going to be coming over here to Golden, Colorado in that Krishna consciousness. And the best part is, I feel really good about it. I feel really, 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 really good about it. And I feel so good about it. I was like, all right, the old people can't get excited for this. I want to start making some more and more clothes for our toddlers and our children who are going to be possibly the biggest followers, fans, and most of all, the future of Busker. And when I think back to the life of when I was just playing outside just to see if I can make $3 just to get some plant based medicine, I was kind of thinking to myself, all the people who ever gave me $1. And then when I got, let's say, just $3 for just an hour of playing, I really, really think maybe each one of those three children, when I'm healing, how much like that meant to me. And the thing is, I was at one of the First Methodist Church here in Golden, Colorado, and the amazing thing of the Christian consciousness, like people would see my shoes, and I was like listening back to the Busker radio, and one of the songs that's right in the beginning of the list, you hear one of the people of another church, the Mennonite church up in Fort Collins, that I was playing for. They were like asking about my shoes, and it's probably still the same shoes that I'm still wearing. And the thing is, on Tuesday, they were like, "We're gonna buy you a pair of Vans, and we're gonna help you out." And I was like, "Wow, that means a lot." And then I was thinking, how many other people need shoes? So when you go into the Busker Radio tab, please check it out because when you scroll down, you'll see all these causes that personally Busker really needs, I really need, and other people really need. And it's really important because all these things are what is necessary for myself and for any person who is looking to perform. And whenever I really, really, really think back to just yesterday and someone saying, I want to help in the physical world, I think about all the people in the digital world who just go on a website. How could you help when you don't have money, right? Well, just put your email in. Just do that. On the bottom, put your email in. And if you don't have that, you might have $1. You might have a penny. You might have something. See if that donation button works for even for the minimum of the below $10. See if it takes anything. Find something that you really want to do. Maybe you want to put $1 to everything. I believe this is one of the things that are most necessary because when I was telling them, I was like, guys, like I gotta need just like small petty cash just to maintain my medicine. And the thing is, I was saying to them, I saw other places in Colorado that there's these facilities that give people like clean needles and essentially like a meth pipe. And I'm like, if we could give people that, I think we could work with amazing dispensaries, plant temples like social cannabis or birds or any other great new or existing company in the plant medicine space to say, you know what, we get all this shake. This shake just sits around, sits around, sits around. And then maybe somebody who's like Spirit is like, I only got $3. What could we do? And that $3 really helps me out so much. It alleviates so much pain, alleviates seizures, alleviates so many things. And whenever I think about like what I want to create next, I want to create a community bank for the healing too. You know, like when I was asking, I was like, is there any way that any person could like help support in that aspect? And they really said no. And I'm like, man, Colorado, we've been legalized for like 10 years, but all these people that are getting tossed the homeless word every day, you know, they get caught up in the rat race of drug trafficking and all sorts of things and just people taking advantage of them. And I personally know that feeling. And when I was telling them, I was like, if we were able to just essentially work with a local dispensary plant temple and say, if there are people in need, here is our shake. And it'll shake out all those demons that they're struggling with. And I want to try designing something, a new campaign where you could give ganja to a busker. And I want to start like creating something with these local plant temples where a busker within the network, or even maybe even a listener who's just not having a good day, um, they could have something that could bring them some solace. So that's one of the next things I'm going to try working on within the platform. On top of that, I'm going to be also having other types of plant medicine on the platform. I'm looking to have pre-rolls of blue lotus flower, and I'm also looking to see if I could get Amanita muscaria mushrooms on the website as well. So those are just some of the things to keep your eyes peeled for. Last thing I want to tell you before I gotta get going is I'm doing this new thing called ghost gifting. Okay, so this is what you gotta do. It's pretty simple. There is so many things on the catalog, so many things, and that catalog is just going to be increasing every day. Now, what you want to do is check out the site almost every day and see if there's anything that you like. Add it to your cart, and don't worry about the price. The price is irrelevant. You just going on the website helps increase the value of my site. So check it out. Listen to B levels of maybe like saying I'm checking out on Busker, but I'm gonna be right back. I got all these other things I'm gonna do. At least put the radio on. So play the radio. It's on SoundCloud. Now, when you go on the site, you're gonna say, "Oh, I gotta sign up for SoundCloud." No, you gotta on the top right area. There's an X, and you click that X, and then you could like listen to everything. It's pretty cool. And just save that tab on so that way when you like are listening, you don't accidentally cut your flow of listening. Now, the thing is, this new type of gifting is for my listeners and for people who want to be within the Busker Radio line. If you are a listener or somebody who's like, I really want to be within the lineup of this, how can I do it? Well, first step is first. You got to start ghost gifting. Ghost gifting is going to essentially be people who put a list on the shopping cart of all the things that they like. Even think about the people whom you love and like because the holiday season is here. So if you're like, I have children, and last holiday season it was kind of disappointing. And I know that is something that is a heartache for the full year afterwards. You're like, oh man, here we go again. I want to try changing that for families. I want to try changing that for individuals who haven't seen their family and they're like, I don't even have a gift to give them. I want to change that. So, ghost gifting is going to be essentially a way for you to start seeing that the master creator of manifestation within you can create the manifestations of what you're seeking. So, for instance, you purchased maybe one thing in your life last year, and that's kind of silly. I want to try seeing if you made, let's say, 12 items on your list. There's 12 months in a year. If you're listening to the Busker Radio, I want you to know that you might receive a gift every month. However, it doesn't happen unless you become a ghost gifter. A ghost gifter is essentially just building that cart, putting on the shopping cart ghost as your coupon code, and it'll zero out everything. I know it doesn't really make sense, right? Like how am I gonna get it? Yeah, how are you gonna get paid? All right, keep it even more simple, right? I don't want you guys to get all confused. Take a screenshot, send it to Spirit at OwnBusker Christian C. Build your shopping cart, take a screenshot, make a profile, save your shopping cart, then send it to me. And then I'm going to review it and I'm going to talk about it on my show. And then you might find out one day. So please do that. Please do that for me. That'll make me super happy and it will give the inertia that OwnBusker needs. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.